Watkins. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offense has spent a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Mahomes now to throw, and this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, But going for 2 in this situation,
Butker to kick off
somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL, except to
Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, we
It's a
got
foot
40 in front,
race.
baby.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver.
Seahawks 12. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
So it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 25.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
With that penalty, they only need 1 yard for the 2-point conversion.
And that can make all the difference trying to get those 2 points, right? Inches count down here in short territory. Maybe now they can get the 2 points that they want a lot easier.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Well, this is something that Pete Carroll should be pretty well familiar with. Remember when he told Jim Harbaugh after losing a ball game and Harbaugh went for 2 late against him, hey, what's your deal? It's the same situation here. Now, I'd kick the extra point, but I am reminded that plenty of coaches feel like it's not their job to worry about the other team. It's their job to worry about their own team. You have to stop us.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 19-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here if he gets another one, and everyone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 21. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
57, come on. 57, come on. You don't want to start fast. Start early. You don't want to.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
57.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
I got you, punk.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Geno. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Smith. Flush to his right. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Sharp there with his feet. Gets him a little extra space. And then drop just inside the 20.
Chiefs 54.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now